Hey, what's going on, friends? My name is Skylent, play a lot of weird games, and I try to share them here on this channel. Become part of the family, subscribe, like, all the cool YouTube stuffs, look at the Patreon, because that is exactly how we get cool stuff done here at Skylent Games. Yeah, I'm trying to make some weird top 10s, and here's one of them, top 10 FPS without guns. This idea was actually suggested by part of the family, twitch.tv/ISeenAshley. Thank you so much, there's a shout out there for you. But this was a cool idea, that's something that I would totally do, which is why I'm doing the do here. FPS without guns. Does that even make sense? Actually, I owned a bunch of them already, and there's a ton that after diving into this for the research for this video, man, yeah, no, there's actually a ton of them, and there's a lot of really inventive stuff. Hopefully you guys forgive me for the loose definitions of what guns means, but pretty much like, as long as there's not guns in the game, and you can shoot in it, or have some sort of aiming mechanics, first person, then yeah, we're gonna throw it in, and I think you're gonna find some really cool stuffs. And hey, that's what you come to the channel for. You're in for some good loot. All right, guys, here we go. Top 10 FPS without guns. Hopefully you can give these games a shot. Hey, get it? Oh. All right, coming in first here at number 10, we have Swap. This is actually going to be a student project. I love showcasing these. I love browsing itch.io and a number of game jam sites. Dudes, this is actually a pretty interesting game. So, no, you do actually have lasers, and you do shoot other players with a laser gun, I guess. But here's the difference, is the laser itself doesn't actually do the damage. See, the gimmick is you're switching places with other players. So maybe you want to stand over a trap or near a trap, and then you're going to shoot a player, switch places. Hey, now they're in the trap. It activates. Boom! There you go. You got a kill. So really interesting idea and concept here. And that's going to be kind of the flow for the rest of the video, is that you're not going to be using normal ballistic weapons. You're not going to be using normal tactics. It's first person, but it goes a little bit above and beyond, a little bit extra. And Swap for a student project is actually pretty fun. Download it for free, actually. Jump in and just, you know, hoot and holler. Next up, moving through really quickly, number 9 is going to be Witch It. Now, Witch It is a game that is so close to my heart. I love it. I appreciate it so much. It's basically, though, Prop Hunt, except it's the best version of Prop Hunt that I've ever played across all the different kinds of games that have Prop Hunt. Witch It is basically witches hide, and then the hunters hunt. You're gonna throw potatoes or rocks. I actually don't know what it is. Is it salt? I don't know. You're throwing stuff at the witches, and you're trying to find them, but of course the witches can transform, they can fly, and they have their own little magics that they can use to try to escape and evade. And then the hunters can throw chickens, and there's grappling hooks, and oh yeah, dude, guys, this is a first-person shooter, believe it. It's kind of like a first-person hider, but no, there's definitely first-person mechanics, and literally you're shooting while throwing salt, rock, potato, I don't even, things at the game. Now, I think it runs great. I think it looks great. I really appreciate the art style. And again, Prop Hunt, but like the best version of it. You're gonna see a lot of streamers play this in their downtime, you know, kind of peruse it. Every once in a while on YouTube, you're gonna find some big name YouTubers having a blast with it, and I think you should maybe join them. And if you wanna join me, hey, twitch.tv/Skylent. I'll be playing it every so often. Yeah, watch it or witch it. Next game that we got coming up on the list here, number 8, CloudBase Prime. This is a super weird indie title that is going to be kind of reminiscent of Jumping Flash. If you guys ever played that game on PlayStation, that was hype. Now this game's not as uproarious, not as arcade, and obviously doesn't have like Roman rockets and lasers and things. You just kind of have like these little blasters, kind of like Kamehameha over or around stuff and things. It's kind of floaty. Okay, it's a little bit slower paced, but. This is a really cool title, I think, because it's really focused on moving terrain. So you're on this like gas giant, whatever. There's like this weird humor story thing. I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically gas giant, you're coming down and yeah, you're doing stuff and things. You're kind of like a little technician dude trying to right the wrongs. There's robots everywhere and you're blasting them, okay? There's going to be like giant robot dragons that you're going to be fighting and jumping on. It's crazy platforming, but the shooting mechanics intertwine with the platforming because you're literally moving the platforms as you're jumping, and then you can use the momentum to kind of like make you soar through the air and you know, like rocket across. And yeah, so it's kind of interesting, the intertwining of platforming and shooting, and the shooting of the platforms to platform shoot. It's pretty crazy. It's ridiculous, I think. But again, super indie, very niche. Maybe not everyone's gonna get into it. I don't know how you feel about the humor. Can hit, maybe miss. I don't know, but I'm shouting out here. CloudBase Prime. Next up is a game that you probably would think would be on the list, which is why it's a little bit lower. It's a little bit older, but that's going to be Chivalry. So Chivalry, despite what maybe a lot of you guys think if you haven't played, actually does have quite a bit of shooting mechanics. And even the melee mechanics, I would debate, actually still fits in the FPS genre because of how intricate and how aimed based the melee actually is. But no, there's arrows and you can throw things, and you know, there's like this whole FPS feel to the game, okay? Like it's going to be intertwining, interchanging with actual shooting and then I guess a melee if you want to say that, but Chivalry is a pretty staple game that I think a lot of you guys probably obviously knew would be on this list, so not much to say here. I definitely suggest this over a lot of other games that are kind of like it. There's also free to play and etc. Some are third person, but no, this one's actually first person, and the team actually made a new game, Mirage. No, sorry, but go back, buy Chivalry on sale. It's always on sale for like dollars. Get it, and it's still fun. People still jam into it, and it's still a good time. Moving through, we got Devil Daggers. Now, this game is so exciting to me. I guess essentially a lot of these games, it's more like sometimes they do have guns. Like this is Devil Daggers. You are effectively shooting daggers, but it's coming out of your hand. And I mean, they're effectively bullets at the same time, but whatever, guys. Anyways, so Devil Daggers is a really cute game that you spawn inside of a zone, okay, and there's lots of demons that are gonna come and try to eat your face. You're not gonna survive for long. Like, literally, just mere seconds is an achievement. So, yeah, just try to survive. You shoot your daggers, the Devil Daggers, at the devils, and just try to survive as long as possible. Now, it doesn't use hit scan. These are gonna be projectile-style daggers, so you're gonna have a really interesting aim-based mechanics with that. There is some momentum mechanics that you might be interested in if you're an arena shooter player, and there's just overall like actually an engrossing amount of like FPS mechanics in this game, but you're not actually shooting guns, okay? It's the Devil Daggers, okay, with devils. I think it's a roller coaster of a ride, really short if you suck, which you will, but that's okay. Keep jamming to it, keep coming back to it, and I think it's a really great warm-up game, especially when you want to run into and play actual legitimate competitive FPS. You know, like I play this before I play Overwatch, I'm ready, I'm good for competitive. Abso-freaking-lutely. Devil Daggers, jump on it, dude, it's super cheap. Next up on the list, hey, we got Dark Messiah. This is the game I love championing. If you ever see like my Steam sale list or whatever, I'm always mentioning this game despite its age. Dudes, because even old games can be new games, and I know most of you guys haven't played this. It is such a hidden gem. I remember Total Biscuit did like a whole freaking video talking about how this is a hidden gem, and it's so good because it is. This is going to be played like a stealth game. It doesn't have to be on lower difficulties, but if you play on extreme, you're playing it like a stealth game. It's going to kick your ass. But basically, it's going to be magic and bows and swords and stuff. It's going to be a hardcore FPS, very linear to an extent with some of the map design, but there's a lot of creative stuff that you can do. So yeah, I mean, you can try to aim for headshots, that's the FPS mechanics, different kind of magics, but no, you actually have physics-based gameplay where you can actually telekinetically throw things, lunge that at things, you know, kick people over mountains, or actually have breakable walls that, you know, have crushing boulders that fall onto people, or you're going to be shoving, like, I don't know, things like on ropes and they fly around, and a lot of ridiculous physics-based gameplay that you're going to have a lot of fun with. Aim-based gameplay, I mean, there's even like a rope bow thing that you can get, and you shoot it, and you climb all over the place. A lot of interesting platforming that's going to be included in this game too. But yeah, despite its age, despite how it looks, this is from the team that made Dishonored. So this is maybe not so much of a crown of like, you know, the stealth genre, but it probably should be. It's not known as such, but this is my favorite stealth game at the moment. And, you know, it's old. It looks kind of gross, but trust me, guys, if you are like, you know, an old stealth veteran like me and you really like those crushingly difficult games, slow-paced maybe a little bit, but this game can get really ridiculous. And you know what? The cheesy story, yeah, but I actually like the comical, cheesy story. I thought it was good. All right, halfway through, Far Cry Primal. Yeah, there it is, man, Far Cry Primal. Basically, it's Far Cry, and you know, it even does falter a little bit because of it's another Far Cry. But it's kind of a different setting. You know, it's a different story, it's a different aesthetic in a lot of ways. But it's Far Cry, dude. Mechanically, it's the same. It's basically, if you play Far Cry like I do, which is generally more of a stealth gamer kind of thing, you know, that's probably going to be more up your alley because you don't have like freaking light machine guns and rocket launchers exactly, but you do have actually animal powers. That's something neat, but it's going to be more focused on that slower melee and archery and bow stuff and things. So yeah, this is one that's, I think, kind of whimpered away. This was when Far Cry was kind of annualized, but in the end, I think Far Cry Primal is something still special, and if you get it on sale, oh my gosh, abso-freaking-lutely. But I know some of you guys are Far Cry'd out, but all in all, yeah, no, I really appreciate this game. It doesn't have guns, but it's still Far Cry gameplay. It totally fits the list. So yeah, let's jam to it. Okay, next up we have Skyrim. Now this is probably an obvious pick for the list. Incredibly, extremely popular game. Open world, you have the choice of playing the game. You know, it's obviously promote it as a first-person game. Some people play third-person. That's kind of weird. But anyways, it's a first-person game that heavily utilizes magic, projectiles, physics-based gameplay to an extent nowhere near like Dark Messiah. Not quite as visceral as Far Cry, but Skyrim does a whole lot of stuff and allows for a lot of creativity. Now, I think it's a really fun game for strategic first-person gameplay. Again, I like to play a lot of stealth games, like Dark Messiah, Far Cry. Skyrim's gonna make the list because actually, I think a lot of you guys probably played the game the same way. Stealth, archer, aim for the head, critical hits. And if you actually look on YouTube, you can find a lot of really interesting montages of people doing some really creative stuff. So Skyrim being the game that it is, yeah, you're not going to be 360 no-scoping with bows and spells everywhere. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but not so much. But you can do some really cool stuff. So it's not going to be number one because there are some faults and a kind of a slower, physics-based interaction, overall slower gameplay. But it's going to make the list because it's interesting, it's intriguing, and duh, it's freaking Skyrim. You guys knew it was going to be on the list somewhere. Well, here it is. Next up on the list, I am going to put a game that it could probably be debatable. Now, the person who actually suggested this game, Icing, actually said that this game, it probably shouldn't be on the list. Maybe an honorable mention. No, I'm putting it on the list because I think technically, mechanically, it counts. A story about my uncle. Not only does this game kind of look like it would make this list, I think it's something that you guys are probably interested in finding from searching on this list, but also it's inspired by literal first-person shooters. The surfing scene in CSGO, a big example in many other games, the jump scene in Halo, etc., etc. People who like those kind of games, which are customs from first-person shooters, would like this game, which is a first-person game where you shoot a magical grappling hook in order to traverse the world. It's first-person platforming, but unlike Mirror's Edge, you actually are using the shooting mechanic to aim and then traverse the world. So I think it actually technically fits to be on the technical list and actually rather higher up. So if you type in top 10 FPS without guns, I bet that you're probably looking for a game like this. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. But anyways, self-explanatory. It's actually more of a storied experience, so that's why it's not number one. It's not as ridiculous crazy with its shooting mechanics. It is just grappling, hooking, and platforming. But still, it's gonna make the list, and I hope you guys have fun with it. All right, number two, I've got a 9-way tie with a bunch of different mini-games inside of Minecraft. A little bit cheating, yeah, Minecraft can go on any top 10 list and probably could fill up every top 10 list every time because Minecraft can be anything. I get it, okay? It can be 1 through 10s and honorable mentions. But this one is very specific and I've learned my lessons from other top 10s. I will actually mention specific servers. Here we go, shouting out 2 that I play the most. We have Hypixel and Mineplex. Both of these have a lot, some shared minigames, but they just have a plethora, a ton of different minigames that a lot of thousands of players are having fun with and jamming to. My favorites were like Evolve, where it's basically like gun game from Call of Duty, except you actually transform as the different monsters and get different abilities. Of course, everyone loves Sky Wars. There's like some Splatoon looking ones and the famous Hunger Games. Yeah, there's actually a lot of really interesting games here that play and feel pretty good. Now, vanilla Minecraft, maybe not so much. Vanilla Minecraft might just get an honorable mention because it's, it doesn't feel that great. But here, with these games, with these creativities, I think you're gonna have a good time. I mean, there's some that are like MMO Battlegrounds. There are some that are full MMOs with first-person casting, combo casting, like in Winecraft. A lot of interesting stuff that you've probably missed out on. And if you think that Minecraft's hype has died and it's too late to get into all this, no, dude, just plug it in and play. There's a ton of games. I really appreciate the one that I just got into today, which was like, it's Mob Smash, where you actually play as different mobs, and it's like a first-person Smash fighter thing, but it still has shooting mechanics. It's crazy. It's ridiculous, and every day we get new stuff, and there's tons of stuff that I probably haven't even seen. So what's your favorite minigame in Minecraft servers? Leave in the comments below, and maybe I'll check it out too. But yeah, here we go. Number 2, it's kind of cheating, but dude, Minecraft deserves it, okay? Minecraft actually deserves all the hype it gets. Number 2 is Minecraft. And now I did mention that I found more games than I thought I would at the start of the video, but yeah, here we go. We got honorable mentions, guys. In top 10 FPS without guns, these didn't quite make the list, but anyways, let's start out with Lichdom Battlemage. This was a game that actually was gifted to me because I was playing some MMOs that had some similar aesthetics and combat, and I don't know, somebody said that this game was really good. So I got gifted it, I played it, woo, Lichdom Battlemage. It kind of reminds me of like, I want to dare say 2016 Doom, but nowhere near the polish or epicosity, but it's a spell slinger. That's an FPS, and that's kind of its gimmick and its core, and that's really what it focuses on doing. Single player, of course, but there it is. Now, I actually have a sister game coming in at number 2 here for the honorable mentions, Grimoire Manastorm. Now, this is a game I played back when it was like super freaking pre-alpha when I worked at Attack Gaming. But basically, think something like Lichdom Battlemage, except multiplayer, the arena version. This one's actually free to play, so if you and a bunch of friends want to jump on, you could totally jam to it. And this actually would have made my list, but like nobody plays it, so you're definitely gonna need them friends, my dudes. And another game where you're gonna definitely need some friends is 3-2-1 Grenades. This is a party game that I got because I love party games, and there's a lot of them out there, but 3-2-1 Grenades is one of those super strange ones that you might one and done, but hey, it's worth mentioning. You throw grenades. So I don't know, is that cheating? Because it's like a ballistic weapon, you know, grenades, it's kind of, you know, there's grenades in tons of first-person shooters. But what about a game that just uses grenades? So that's what this is. Now, there's actually some really fun mini games here. I mean, the whole game is just bunches of different kind of mini games, except you use grenades. So yeah, if you like party games, playing with friends, there you go. All right, finally we are at our number 1, and most certainly you knew this game would be on the list. A few you probably guessed. Hopefully you found a lot of stuff that you'd never seen, but yeah, of course we gotta talk about Portal. Now, some people don't really get the concept of Portal if you for some reason haven't purchased it. Maybe you're new to PC gaming, I don't know, but you need to buy Portal, and it's always on sale, so, you know, just pick it up. It's like $1 on sale. Portal is single player, very short. You're gonna beat it in like an hour or 2 hours, and then Portal 2 is co-op. It's got a little bit more substantial gameplay, but yeah, get both. It's gonna be a couple bucks. Portal, you do have a portal gun, but you don't directly shoot enemies. It's really not a ballistic weapon. Yeah, it's just portals. You're thinking with portals. You're playing with portals. It's a portal gun. Whatever, guys. It's making the list shut up. So basically, you got this portal technology, don't want to say gun, that you shoot portals, different colors, what entrance, exit, whatever, and you're going to use physics-based gameplay to move objects and yourself through the world, the environment, and obviously using these portals. Move through the portals, so you move through the game, and then you do the do. That's basically, I shouldn't really have to explain what Portal is, but for those who are uninitiated, that's what it is. And is it good? Is it worth the acclaim? Yes? No, I mean, really, some people just don't realize that the puzzles are actually really ingenious. Maybe it'll click with you, maybe you'll get stuck, I don't know. Some of them can be really simple. It's still a very short game, but regardless, if you think the game is easy or not, I think it's actually really engrossing. There is going to be some challenge, and regardless, some of the puzzles will make you smile. You do have to think differently. What other puzzle, what other game, what other medium allows you to use the parts of the brain that this game makes you use? You're thinking with portals. It's freaking portal puzzles. Jump into it, guys. And yes, the first person definitely adds to the experience. It can get wacky and weird, and I think it's just gonna bring a smile to your face. Thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be my list. Thanks so much. Again, applause to twitch.tv/IceandAshley for thinking up this list and thinking that it would be good for the channel and fun for me, which it was. Yeah, so she's pretty cool. Might want to go check out her stream. Anyways, if you guys have any ideas for top 10s or just video concepts, and if you played any of these games, please let me know your little mini reviews in the comments below as well, or just really anything because it helps with engagement. So yeah, like, share, and all that good stuff, guys, and peel some eyeballs to the Patreon because that is how this video got made. I can't always buy and play all these different kind of games all the time. Don't always have the time, but you know, money kind of helps whenever this is your full-time job. So if you want more really engrossing and weird and strange games being shared with you guys, I would love playing them. I want to share in those experiences. And hey, if you can't donate, that's cool too. Definitely, much love, guys. Just watch the streams, twitch.tv/Skylent. Again, share the videos and just be a part of it. I just want to say thanks for watching. Much love. Hope you have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.